Hello everyone, today we are going to read about the lag operon. We are going to read about the lag operon concept. So, the operon is the coordinated unit of genetic expression in the bacteria. The operon is the coordinated unit of genetic expression in the bacteria. The lag operon is the classic example of a genetic response to an environmental change. So, this this operon describes the genetic response to an environmental change. The glucose is the preferred metabolic substrate in E. coli, but when glucose is absent and lactose is available, the lag operon is activated to switch to lactose metabolism, which is also known as mechanism of shift. So now let us discuss about the structure of the lag operon. The structure of the lag operon. The lag operon consists of the regulatory gene I, which is known as I is for known as inhibition, the operator gene O, the structural gene Z, Y, and A. Beside these genes, there is a promoter site P next to the operator gene. In this operator gene, the enzyme RNA polymerase binds. So we have discussed about the I, promoter, operator, Z, Y, and A. The Z codes for beta galactosidase, the Y Zs for galactoside permeases, and A codes for acylase. The beta galactosidase cleaves the lactose into glucose and glucose, and the permeases, this permease is responsible for the transport of lactose in a cell. And the function of acylase is little mystery here. So we have discussed about the structure of the lag operon. Now let us discuss about the proper concept of the lag operon. What happens here is that the ATP by the action of adenine cyclase is converted to cyclic AMP, and there is the formation of the catabolite activator protein. So the catabolite activator protein binds to the CAP site, which induces the transcription. So now the attachment of the RNA polymerase to the promoter site, RNA polymerase. The attachment of the RNA polymerase to the promoter site requires the presence of the catabolite gene activator protein, this CAP, bound to the cyclic AMP. This catabolite protein and CAMP should be bound together for the attachment of the RNA polymerase to the promoter region. Thus, when the RNA polymerase is bound to the promoter region, then there is the increased amount of the transcription. But the presence of the glucose decreases the amount of adenylate cyclase, so thereby reducing the cyclic AMP, thereby reducing the CAP, and the formation of the CAP-CMP is low, and the binding of RNA polymerase to DNA due to absence of CAP and CMP is low, and the transcription are almost negligible in the presence of glucose. So transcription is indirectly proportional to the concentration of the glucose molecule. So we have discussed the role of the glucose in the lag operon. So now the regulatory gene I, the regulatory gene I is expressed at the constant rate. This expressed as the constant rate leads to the synthesis of the repressor protein. This repressor protein binds to the operator gene which blocks the transcription. So at the constant rate the regulatory protein I is expressed, which leads to the formation of the repressor protein which bind to operator and which blocks the transcription. Okay, now when there is the presence of the, however, if there is presence of the lactose, then this lactose inhibits the bind of the repressor protein to the operator, okay, which leads to the higher number of the transcription rate. So now what happens that in the presence of the lactose in the medium, the repressor molecule have high affinity for lactose. So the lactose molecule binds and induces a conformational change in the repressor. This lactose molecule bind leads to the conformational change in the repressor protein, result in repressor gets inactivated. Thus, if it is repressor protein gets inactivated, then it cannot bind to the operator gene. So the RNA polymerase attaches to the DNA at the promoter site easily, and the transcription is proceeded. So now we have already discussed about the role of glucose and the lactose in the lac operon. Now let us move towards some conditions. So what happens then? Let us revise what happens where there is low amount of glucose and there is lactose available. Condition number 1. If there is low glucose and availability of lactose, then lac genes are strongly expressed. The lac genes are strongly expressed. And what happens there is high glucose and low lactose level, then lac gene are not expressed. And what happens there is low glucose but there is no lactose, the lac gene are still not expressed. There is increased amount of glucose and no lactose, then lac gene are not expressed. Very low expression is there. So this is the lac operon concept, and the lac operon concept describes about the classic example of genetic response to an environmental change. So you should know the example of this lac operon.